Hello, I'm making this message today because I think I look at the volume of materials that are produced on YouTube from different people, and I'm getting to the stage now where I'm getting kind of fed up with people who are proclaiming themselves to be believers in Christ, believers in Yeshua, and yet they're constantly badgering one another, hounding one another, arguing with one another, even to the point where they're using profanity and basically being hypocrites. They stand there and in their comments they put messages of hope and faith and God bless you brother, and in the next sentence they're calling someone an asshole. You work it out for yourself. I've been reading through the Bible recently. I was reading 2 Timothy, and in chapter 2 verse 23 it says, don't have anything to do with foolish or stupid arguments, because you know that they produce quarrels. Instead, you must be kind to everyone, able to teach and not resentful. Self-explanatory to me. There's too many people trying to badger each other and prove how knowledgeable they are, and the Bible makes it perfectly clear that knowledge puffs up. We're not interested if you've read 5 pages more than the other guy, or you should be helping one another without trying to enforce your belief on someone else. And when I say your belief, I'm talking about your hermeneutical interpretation of how the word has unveiled itself to you. There's some real whack jobs out there who would deceive you and have you bound up in chains. You go to get freed and you end up with more chains than when you start. Ministers as well. I just want to encourage people today, and I want to say to you that it costs you nothing to be nice. It costs you nothing to show the love of Christ. And I want you to know that it costs you nothing, but it will cost you everything at the same time. Because for some people it is diametrically opposed to your nature. I know it's diametrically opposed to my nature, because without Christ I'm a real pain in the butt. It's a fact. I don't know why people come on YouTube and they do what they do. Fancy channel, lots of crosses and nice celestial pictures, and then a few blogs later they're ripping each other to shreds. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're blowing your witness, guys. You're blowing your witness. Remember that if the righteous receive their recompense here on earth, how much more the unrighteous? If God's people get their butts kicked for doing wrong, how much more are the unrighteous going to get their butts kicked? Grow up. Grow up. Start becoming mature about your faith. Don't get into arguments with kids and atheists who are 15 or 14 or devil worshipping cookie selling girls. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about, and even if they did, you know what I mean? So what? Jesus doesn't need a defender of the faith. He said he doesn't need someone to defend him. Jesus didn't resist. Jesus became an offence so that we wouldn't be offended. And if you are on these blogs and you're ripping each other to shreds or trying to justify things or argue back, it's usually because you're offended. And if you're offended, well, you're not in the spirit, you're in the flesh. Jesus became an offence. Cursed is he that hangs on the tree. He became an offence so you don't have the luxury of being offended. If somebody wants to, blessed are those that curse you, pray for those who spitefully use you. Don't do it. Don't argue back. And be clever. You've been given the mind of Christ. Be clever. Don't lower yourself to petty slander and arguments. Don't enter into conversations with people who just want to swear at you and you know, call your mum a hoe or whatever it is they say these days. I don't know. You don't need it. You don't need it. Jesus is better than that. Don't bring him down. Don't blow your witness, guys. Love you all in Christ. And this is my first video. I suppose it's the video diary of a, I don't know, video diary of a disappointed Christian. 8 years in. God bless you all.